Hi, so we're going to get started with the mock signing. I'm going to show you guys how I quickly get through docs. This is only like half the docs. This is only like 50 something pages, but I'm just like showing you my rhythm and how I get through the docs fairly quickly so that I can get to my next client. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. I have my mom here. She is going to be my pretend client. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. So I do use this Notary Journal. This is my favorite one, the Integrity Notary Journal, because you can literally, the reason why I like this is because you write of course you have the date, the name, and then you can put whether they gave you like a passport or a driver's license. And in Texas we're not allowed to write the number, so I just put Texas DL. And then down here they have all the documents that you notarize, and you just check off instead of writing it like in those other journals. You can just check it off. And I don't know if you guys can see that, it's really small, but this is the journal that I use, and I swear by this journal. I don't use any other journal. All right, so as I'm going through the mock signing, I'm gonna stop and give you guys just to tell you what I'm doing, because I don't want to just be going through and you have no idea what I'm talking about. Another thing that I would suggest you guys do is that you always get lender instructions, or the signing services give you instructions, and it tells you whether to use blue or black ink. It tells you how to print the document. Everybody has their own instructions. I think, this is me personally, I think whatever those notaries mess up the most is what they highlight in their instructions. They're like, okay, make sure you don't miss this, make sure you catch these initials, make sure that they date it, make sure that they date the documents, make sure it's in the borrower's handwriting, whatever. Make sure you read those instructions always, so that you guys do not make any mistakes, because every signing service and every lender does operate differently. If the lender says it's okay, I do pre-date docs, so that all they have to do is sign and go, so that the dates will be legible, and that they'll be, so it'll all look the same. It'll all be in uniform, if that makes sense. Uniformity. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Can I please see your ID?
Sure.
Thank you. I'm gonna keep this right here, and I'm going to fill out my Notary Journal. I have her ID. It looks like her. So we're gonna get started. So the first thing that I'm going to have you sign is the note, also known as your promise to pay. So what I do is, like, say for instance, the note, usually the note is only 3 pages. I grab the first 2 pages just so they don't be sitting up there reading it like a book. I put it together and I put it underneath the signature, or I put it on top of the signature, and I put where they need to sign, and I set it in front of her, and this is how I would say the note. So this is your note, also known as your promise to pay. This is what your loan amount is of that $86,650. Your interest rate is at 2.125, and your first payment is due on June 1st, 2021. This is what your payment looked like before any insurance or escrow is added on. So could you please sign your name here exactly as you see it?
Okay.
Thank you. So the next thing I have for you is the deed of trust. So this is your proof of residency, okay? This gets recorded with county, so I need for you to sign your name legibly and date, but make sure you sign exactly as is. And you also can use this to, get mailbox keys and turn on utilities, okay?
Mm-hmm.
So if you could go ahead and sign your name and date there. Thank you. So this next document is your plan unit development writer. This is just a fancy way of letting HOA know what subdivision you live in. So if you could just sign your name and date there for me.
Okay.
Thank you.
Alright.
So this is your notice of the right to cancel. Usually the lender always puts 3 in here. So you have until the 24th of this month. If you decide you do not want to follow through with this loan, please only sign here at the bottom. Do not touch this box. Sign all 3 copies exactly as you see it and date there.
Okay.
Thank you. So this is your uniform residential loan application, your 1003. This is what you filled out in the very beginning when you applied for this loan. The only legalities that we're not able to do is we're not able to sign or put initials on the document. We need you for that. But also on this document, they did put your loan amount here, that $86,650. Your interest rate is at 2.125 for 180 months at a fixed rate, and this is your primary residence. So if you could please sign here where it says power. Okay. Hi you guys, I'm sorry, but my video had died. I was telling you guys about the 4506T, the request for transcript of the tax return, right? So when you give them the 4506T, the way you know who signs the document is it'll have it listed 1A and number 3. So if it has the same name, that means only one person is signing it. So only the top signature line and dated. And don't forget to X the signatory attest box. Always make sure that is X before they sign any tax transcript. But if you see that in 1A it's one spouse's name, then it's another spouse's name in 3, they both need to sign this document. So the first signature line will be by the primary in 1A, and then the one on 3 will sign in spouse's signature. Make sense? I hope it does. But don't forget to X those boxes on these transcripts and look for who signs this document. You do not need to have them sign if their name is not on it. But if you just have a habit of doing that, that's fine. It's better to do more than to do less. Because the lender, if they don't want it on there, they can just one-line it in initial. Okay, but I'm just telling y'all the right way to do it. Unless in the lender instructions, it tell you to have both of them sign. Then you will do that, okay? All right, so back into it. So this is your compliance agreement, okay? So this just states that you are still in compliance with the loan terms throughout this loan process. So if you could sign and date there.